The sun. It is the center of our solar system, the gravitational glue that holds our small planet in livable space. Without it, Earth would have no light, no heat, and consequently, no life. Our existence is inextricably tied to the presence of this most local star, just one of over 100 billion in our galaxy alone.
And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day.
So much energy, so much power.
Hi, Cornelius.
Yeah. You again? How many times do I have to remind you to stop calling me Cornelius?
Sorry about that.
It's Watts, man. Watts is the name, and don't you forget it.
Understood.
Cornelius, indeed. I will not be plagued by that name.
Why? It sounds noble to me.
Not in school, it wasn't. I was known as Corny for 13 years.
Oh.
Anyway, let the past be the past. I am looking towards the future.
The future, huh?
Yes.
What does that look like?
I have recently become intrigued with the possibilities of sun power.
Oh, solar, huh?
Yeah, sure. Well, whatever you want to call it. The point being that I'm sure you've seen those panel things. It's supposed to absorb energy and all.
Yeah.
Inefficiency and unpredictability galore. The thing only works if the clouds part and a great star of the sky aligns and shines upon the great and mighty solar panel. I have got to come up with a better solution before someone else comes along and steals the opportunity. So, I have decided that I am making a bit of an investment.
What kind of investment?
I am glad you asked, sir. My friend, I will be taking a one-man journey directly to the source.
The source?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that most of the sun's power is going to be best farmed by getting into close proximity with it.
Just what are you suggesting? This sounds crazy.
Isn't it obvious? Watts is preparing for launch. Space travel isn't exactly new anymore, so I'm planning on visiting the surface of the sun myself.
Like What do you mean? You're sending a probe or something?
Probe? Nonsense! I'll be there in person, planting the flag and all that.
You're joking. Please tell me you're joking.
Doth mine ears sense the song of ridicule venturing forth to slay me? Why shouldn't I visit the sun? Is it really that dumb of an idea? Okay, fine. I'll toss it on the heap of bad ideas and move on. Will that satisfy you?
I won't be satisfied until I know what brought on this insanity. You're just gonna float off into space by yourself. What about the long distance and the heat?
Heat schmeat. I'd put on some sunscreen and hope for the best.
Sunscreen. Sunscreen?
Well, yes, but not just any old sunscreen. I got my own special formula.
Is that what this is about?
What better
You
way?
just want an excuse to test out this ridiculous new sunscreen you've invented.
Well, what better way to test it? Think extremes, man. Can you not see the infomercials? Introducing the sunscreen of the future. Watts cream. Sunproof, flameproof, even catproof. This revolutionary glop comes complete in 16 different shades of grayish-white. Stop looking like a piece of burnt toast when you return from vacation. Think smart. Think Watts cream. Get your free sample today lest you burn to a crisp. Apply generously, 1-inch thickness minimum. Use in winter for best results.
Personally, I think space travel alone will break your marketing budget.
Method of travel. Mark 4 ion pancake thrusters mounted to Mark 1 aardvark design hull. All right, we're good.
How many of your customers are planning a trip to the sun?
Well, I'm sure it's only a modest number, but that's why I've got to prove it can be done. Now, let's see. I blocked out a weekend in May for the trip, so actually, it might be cooler in February. These tropical climates are so hard to predict.
A weekend in May? Tropical climate.
Mm-hmm.
You talk as if you're going on vacation.
Well, hey, if I decide to invent magma waders and go firefly fishing, then what's it to you?
Oh, okay, that's it. We really need to set you straight on this. First of all, the sun is 93 million miles from Earth. At car speed, it would take you over 100 years to reach it.
Yeah, well, I won't be going by car, Mr. Negative. I'll be traveling by rocket. It's a one-seater. I call it the Watson. So that ought to get me there in short order.
The Watsit.
Mm-hmm.
Not over the weekend. Besides, the distance is only your first problem.
Yeah, I know. There's a bit of a heat problem involved here, too. But see, that's the beauty of the idea. While I'm there testing my sunscreen, I'll also have a go at harnessing the sun's, the power. It's an untamed source is all.
An untamed source. The surface of the sun is roughly 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
And at its core, 27 million degrees.
27 million degrees! This is exactly
Hey,
what-
Watts.
Oh.
Watts.
Eh?
Snap out of it.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about all of that power. Power! Oh, 27 million. Never mind about the surface. I am going straight to the core.
Will you quit with the power stuff?
Sorry. Where were we?
We were, I don't remember.
Never mind. I've been working down here forever. An old dog's got to rest every once in a while. Sun's been here for 4.5 billion years. It'll be here tomorrow.
Well, I don't believe that.
You don't believe it'll be here tomorrow?
No, I mean, I don't think it's been around for billions of years.
You don't? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. You're one of those young Earth narrators. How I pity thee, science denier.
Well, how about instead of insinuating these long ages, we look at our sun's multi-dimensional purpose in supporting life on our planet? First and foremost, the sun provides light for animals and humans every day. It's crucial for us to be able to navigate the world we live in, and light is one of the many things we just can't do without. Secondly, we need the sun's heat, but it's not quite as simple as that. In order for life on Earth to survive, Our planet's position in relation to the sun must fall within a certain distance. Too close, and we'd burn up. Too far, we'd freeze.
Sure, but maybe we're just lucky.
Well, therein lies the question our show seeks to answer, right? At what point does mere chance become an absurd explanation?
Are you mocking nature's ability to overcome impossible odds?
If the odds really are impossible, then yes.
But
This theory...
then you just don't understand science.
What don't I understand?
That these things take lots of time, billions of years of trying over and over and over again until one day the impossible takes place and you have
What?
well, I don't know, some form of life.
A worm?
Sure.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you have this worm then.
And what does he do?
What do you mean, what does he do? He does worm things. Slides along, eats dirt, whatever. He's a worm, right? It's not an exciting existence.
Perhaps not, but even worms are created with purpose. See, all these things in our world are mysteriously interconnected. Earthworms, for example, churn up and aerate the soil, providing better conditions for plants to grow. And speaking of plants, they need the sun too.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Photosynthesis, right?
It's photosynthesis.
Yeah,
Photosynthesis.
just what I said.
Even I had it wrong there, but no, it's photosynthesis.
But I've often wondered about that. How does this sympathetic system work?
Photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their own food from carbon dioxide and water. Sunlight provides the energy needed to convert them into a sugary substance called glucose.
And that glucose stuff is plant food?
Essentially, yes. But that's not all they make. Oxygen is also produced from this process. And I probably don't have to tell you how important that is to life on Earth.
Yeah, funny, I didn't have oxygen on the packing list.
What? You're planning a trip to space without oxygen?
Hey, it could have happened to anyone. Besides, I would have noticed the problem shortly after liftoff and turned back.
After liftoff sounds like a bad time to find out that you can't breathe.
Whatever. It's on the list now, and it won't be a problem. Besides, I've got pressing matters to deal with.
I'll bet. Which of the many major technicalities are bothering you?
I'm still trying to figure out what time of year I should leave.
Trust me, it won't matter.
Well, it matters to me. I think summer would be most optimal. Look, doesn't it make sense that during summer it's warmer because the Earth is closer to the sun, hence a shorter trip for me?
While that explanation does make sense, it is also dead wrong.
Then, what causes the seasons to change?
Good question. It's not the Earth's distance from the sun that gives us seasons. Rather, it's the angle at which the Earth spins. Remember that Earth is tilted on its axis. That's the key for understanding the seasons. As the Earth moves around the sun, it means that a different hemisphere will be tilted toward the sun at different times of the year. In fact, seasons will be opposite each other depending on which side of the Earth you live. While it's summer in North America, it will be winter in Australia, and vice versa.
This very suddenly explains a lot about the behavior of my Australian relatives.
I guess that doesn't surprise me. But what you may find even more interesting is that for us who live in the Northern Hemisphere, like in North America or Europe, there is something of a paradox. You're not entirely wrong to assume that the Earth is closer to the Sun at different times of the year. That's true. The Earth's orbit is not a perfect circle. However, the time of year that the Earth is closest to the Sun is actually winter in the Northern Hemisphere. During January is when we are closest to the Sun, and July is when we are farthest.
That's weird.
Perhaps, but the fact is that this difference in distance doesn't seem to matter so much. The real difference is made when Earth's tilted axis comes into play. Without it, we would not have the seasons as we know them. Getting your daily dose of vitamin D, eh?
That's what you think. I call it training.
Training?
Vigorous training. If I am to meet the sun face to face and not burn to a crisp, I must become one with the sun.
Seriously. I think you're just out here because Mrs. Watts made you get out of your basement.
And you can keep your hypotheses to yourself.
Well, either way, it is healthy to get vitamin D from the sun. Just one more way it's instrumental to life on Earth.
Yeah, I could do without it.
It's good for bone health, heart health, muscles, nerves, immune system.
Yeah, whatever. Do I look like an unhealthy specimen to you? Don't answer that.
Well, you're certainly not the only one who could use a bit more sun. Vitamin D deficiencies can often be attributed to inadequate exposure to sunlight. Supplements can help, but it's probably just easiest to get it the way God intended. Watts?
Yep,
Are you all right?
I'm just concentrating.
On what?
Breathing. Maybe I should start with a less ambitious trip.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Trip to the moon, maybe? It might be a good warm-up before I go in for the long haul.
I think you'd warm up much quicker going to the sun.
Very funny.
Well, speaking of the moon, there's one more thing the sun has an impact on. The moon itself doesn't produce any light. It can only reflect the light that the sun has already sent its way. When God made the sun, he also had the moon in mind. While the greater light rules the day, the lesser rules the night. The Earth rotates one full spin every 24 hours, giving us our days and nights. It's important that each side of the Earth gets its time in the sun. If our days were too long, we would be living in alternating extremes of hot and cold. This is demonstrated well by the North and South poles, which do not receive as much direct sunlight year-round, and therefore remain much cooler than other regions of the Earth. In fact, you'll find that the coldest place on Earth lies at the very bottom of our planet. The South Pole experiences even harsher temperatures than the North. The most dangerous region of all can be found near a high ridge on the East Antarctic Plateau. In the right conditions, temperatures can plummet to as low as minus 135 degrees Fahrenheit.
I don't think I'll be vacationing there anytime soon.
What's that you have there?
Oh, it's just an anti-gravity device, or rather a trick one.
Hey, that's clever.
Well, not really, it's just an optical illusion. If I am going to go to the sun, I will need a real anti-gravity device.
I thought that's what rockets are for.
Well, sure, but I've been thinking. The sun is a long way off. And while I'm not worried about my ability to get there, I'm starting to worry about getting back.
Oh, reality finally sank in, did it?
Reality has nothing to do with it. It's just gravity. I could be stuck in orbit for a very long time without a plan to return. I wish I knew more about gravity.
Well, believe it or not, scientists wish the exact same thing.
What do you mean?
There's actually quite a bit we just don't know about gravity. Even our most popular definitions are a little vague. Isaac Newton described gravity as an attractive force between all objects, the strength of which depends upon the mass of the objects and the distance between them. However, Albert Einstein describes it differently in his theory of general relativity. Rather than referring to gravity as a force, he explained it as a curvature of space-time. Perhaps the easiest way to understand the difficulty in defining gravity is that while we can understand a fair amount of what gravity does and how it behaves, we have a hard time understanding what it actually is. It may seem scary, but the real answer to the question, what is gravity, is still a mystery.
Okay, well, that's somewhat unsettling.
It doesn't have to be. We can still study and predict much of gravity's effects. Probably the most important effect gravity has on our planet is that it maintains our distance from the sun in livable space. The Earth is constantly moving through space, and believe it or not, so is the sun. However, because of the sun's gigantic mass, the gravitational effect that it has on Earth and the other planets in our solar system is by far the most dominating force. As Earth speeds through space, its trajectory is countered by the sun's gravitational pull, which keeps us in a steady, constant orbit year after year after year. In fact, the mass of the sun is so great, it would take over 330,000 Earths to match it.
Yikes! You know, I'm beginning to think this trip might be a bit treacherous.
You're beginning to think that?
Yeah, I mean, slingshotting myself around the solar system might just get a bit dicey if I miscalculate something. And speaking of calculations, I'm also beginning to wonder if happenstance is really the best explanation for the sun's existence. It seems to affect too many different things, all in just the right way.
It's what I keep telling you. The sun has a unique place in our solar system. We wouldn't be here without it, and it serves each individual purpose that God created it for, including one more that's just as important as the rest. Far out in deep space, beyond the reach of our solar system, there is something that exists, which might have the capacity to do us great harm if it were allowed to. Cosmic radiation. These rays have the potential to cause deadly mutations, catastrophically changing the chemical makeup of cells. There's no reason why these rays shouldn't reach Earth unhindered from the far reaches of space, but something is stopping them. Enter the solar wind, the incredible tool with which God in His wisdom has equipped the sun. This solar wind is emitted by the sun in the form of billions of tons of particles per second. And with the help of the sun's magnetic field, this solar wind goes to battle against the incoming cosmic radiation. But this isn't a close proximity war. The sun's magnetic field and solar wind forms an extremely large bubble around our entire solar system. This bubble is called the heliosphere, and it acts as both a weapon and a shield, which stops the vast majority of harmful cosmic radiation from reaching into the solar system. It's stunning to think how God had all this planned from the beginning. Our sun and entire solar system are clearly designed with life in mind.
Maybe, but in any event, I think I'll leave space travel for rodents of peculiar intellect.
What is that supposed to mean?
Don't overthink it. I'm just saying I'll keep my feet here on the ground.
So does that mean you're giving up the idea altogether?
It means that I'm pivoting my focus to something more local.
And what does that suggest?
I'm glad you asked, my friend. I've got a new invention that will revolutionize power.
Oh, great.
Behold, the battery of batteries, store of cylindrical sustenance, container of ultimate containment. This is the Sun Cube. Trust me, this is brilliance. It's a sort of greenhouse impersonator that takes in all of the sun's energy and doesn't let it leave. It's a battery that will charge up to infinity.
Fascinating.
Yes, indeed. There is just one problem.
Oh, really?
You see, once the energy is contained, there's really no practical way of getting it out. I suppose I should have installed a release valve or something in hindsight.
So it will just continue to absorb energy without any limit?
Yes, indeed. Which does beg the question. Will there be a point at which... I suppose I should have installed a safety switch.
ever given orders to the morning, or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their upraised arm is broken. When you look up to the sky and see the sun, the moon, and the stars, do not be enticed into bowing down to them and worshipping things the Lord your God has apportioned to all the nations under heaven.